Hi there, it's Amy from Cakes with Faces. Now, as we're all missing Japan, one way we can experience Japanese culture at home is through food. And one dish we all know and love is Katsu Curry. So today, I thought I'd take a look at how curry became a part of Japanese cuisine, the sorts of Katsu Curry products you can get in the West, and whether they're anything like what you get in Japan, which includes this, and also how I make Katsu Curry at home. I thought I'd dress for the occasion today in my Katsu Curry t-shirt. It's my design. You can also get it as a hoodie from cakeswithfaces.co.uk. And there's new Japan videos every other Thursday on my channel if you want to subscribe. So I thought I'd start with a story of how Katsu Curry came to be. Now, there are lots of Indian style curry restaurants in Japan, but the sauce you get with Katsu Curry is said to be a Western style curry. It's more smooth and a bit more like gravy, and it was originally made with curry powder. And it turns out curry powder was originally brought to Japan by the English. They had curry powder in England because India was a part of the British Empire. So when the British Navy went to Japan, they took the curry powder with them. And so curry became part of the menu for the Japanese military, particularly the Navy. They cooked it quite a lot because it was easy to make in bulk for large groups of people, but also because of the nutrition. Now, at that time, in the 1800s, there was a problem in Japan with a disease called beriberi, which is caused by vitamin deficiency and a lack of thiamine. The Japanese diet contains lots of white rice, and when you polish the white rice, you remove the husks, but the husks are the bit that contain the thiamine, so people weren't getting enough of it. But the polished rice was thought of as better and more refined and something that wealthy people eat. The army and the navy were offering unlimited polished white rice as an incentive to make people sign up. They said, if you join us, you can have as much white rice as you like. So people were joining, eating loads of rice and not getting enough thiamine, and then they were getting ill. And it was quite a problem at the time. As it turns out, the curry that the British Navy were eating contained meat and flour, which are both great sources of thiamine. So when the Japanese Navy started eating the curry, they stopped getting sick. I don't think it was fully understood at the time, but as it went on, curry rice became a staple food for the Japanese Navy. Curry became the standard meal in the Navy for a Friday. I think it's a bit like how in the UK a lot of people have fish and chips on a Friday night. In the Navy, Friday is curry day. Each ship had their own special recipe with their own signature ingredients. From there, it became a regular item on the menu for school dinners and then just as a comfort food for everyone in Japan. And they developed lots of variations. It was served on omu rice, noodles, udon, curry pan, which are like savoury donuts with curry inside. And it was served with katsu cutlets for the katsu curry we know and love. Of course, there's loads of curry restaurants in Japan, but one that's particularly won our hearts is Coco Curry. It's a huge chain with branches everywhere. The best thing about it is you can customise your curry with all sorts of different toppings. You can choose your spice level, how much rice you want. It's pretty cheap, you get a lot of food, and it's really satisfying and delicious. I can't wait to go back there. It's a must visit on every trip. There's actually 2 branches of Coco Curry in London, although I haven't been there for ages either. I've heard the curry sauce is the same in London as it is in Japan because it's run by the same company, but in London the prices are actually double what they are in Japan, and everyone says Tokyo has a reputation for being an expensive place. So while people were eating curry in Japan in the 1800s, Coco Curry didn't start until the 1970s. It was started by a couple who had a cafe in Nagoya, and curry was the most popular item on the menu. So they opened another restaurant that just served curry and nothing else, and they called it Curry House Coco Ichibanya, and that was the very first one. In the 90s, they expanded it massively. They were part of a program that helped people set up franchises. So any employee that had worked there for at least 2 years was allowed to go and set up their own branch. And now there are hundreds. They really are everywhere. And I can't wait to go back. Of course, there are other chains like Coco Curry with the gorilla and lots of independent places too. The reason I go to Coco Curry personally is because they have vegetarian curry sauce, and most curry sauces in Japan contain meat. But They don't have vegetarian sauce at all the Coco curries, just some of them. If you want to know which ones have it, there's a list on my website. Just let me know in the comments if you can't find it. So while katsu curries become so popular around the world, I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding about what the word katsu really means. It's become a bit of a trendy buzzword for any sort of Japanese curry, but that's not what it originally meant in Japan. Katsu is short for katsuretsu, which means cutlet. It's a borrowed word from English. Those sorts of words are called wasai eigo. And you can kind of hear it. Katsuretsu, cutlet. You can kind of hear it. So katsu is actually a breaded meat cutlet. It's usually pork and it's served with rice, shredded cabbage and tonkatsu sauce, which is a delicious sweet brown sauce. There's also the katsu sando, which is a katsu cutlet in a sandwich. You can get them at convenience stores, or we found this fancy one at a station. And there's katsudon, which is katsu cutlet on a rice bowl. Katsu cutlets were first served in Japan in 1899 at a restaurant in Tokyo called Rengate, which is actually still going. This restaurant specialises in Western style Japanese food, which is known as yoshoku. Traditional, really Japanese food is known as washoku, and Western style Japanese food is yoshoku. And the same restaurant is said to have also invented omu rice, so it's quite an influential place. If you want to go to it, it's in Ginza. It has quite an old-fashioned retro look. So that's katsu, and if you serve it with curry sauce, that's katsu curry. Just the sauce and the rice is curry rice, and the katsu is the meat part. So calling the sauce katsu curry isn't really correct, but that's what it's become known as by a lot of people in the West. But does this even matter? Tell me what you think in the comments. Maybe we're just being pedantic. Does it matter if people are calling foods by the wrong name, if they're trying new things and enjoying them? Let me know what you think. So next, I had a look at what katsu curry products are available here in the UK to see if they're anything like Japanese curry in Japan. You can get quite a variety of curry sauces, even supermarket owned brands now. They don't all have great reviews. This one says pretty foul, nothing like any other katsu sauce and best avoided. There's also katsu stir-fry sauces, which as far as I know isn't really how curry sauce is used in Japan. You can get noodles in curry soup, but not usually a stir-fry. There's katsu instant noodle cups and rice cups. There's chicken katsu bites, which are actually closer to traditional katsu cutlets, and frozen chicken fillets with katsu sauce inside, like a curry version of a chicken Kiev. They even had chicken katsu curry McNuggets at McDonald's with curry dipping sauce. And tinned mackerel in Japanese style katsu curry sauce. That one's actually got 5 stars in a review. And then there's this from restaurant chain Yo Sushi, Doritos Onigiri Katsu Crunch. It's sushi rice filled with sriracha pulled chicken or mushrooms, coated in breadcrumbs made of Doritos crisps, chili heatwave flavour, served with curry sauce. Is this delicious, or is it a crime against food? What do you think? Does it matter that all these products don't always have that much to do with Japanese katsu curry, or in fact anything to do with katsu cutlets at all? Or is it like how curry's been adopted in Japan to make new products, like curry pan, a savoury donut with curry inside, has pretty much nothing to do with how curry might have originally been served in India? Tell me what you think in the comments, and tell me what katsu curry products you have in your country. So if you're missing Coco Curry, you can have it at a restaurant. They serve it at Yo Sushi and Wagamama. Both of them have branches all around the UK, and they're probably how most people here have got to know Katsu Curry. It's probably where I first had it as well. Or you can make your own at home, either with a 1-star rated sauce, or you can get Japanese curry roux, which is what I like to use. You can get it from Oriental supermarkets and grocery stores, or you can order it online. Places like Starry Mart, Yao Brothers, the Japan Centre, there's loads of websites you can order it from. My favourite is this one, S&B Golden Curry. I like the medium flavour. There is hot. I think the medium has more flavour than the hot, and there's mild. I don't think the medium is that spicy, but then I can eat quite hot things, so if you're not a fan of that, there is also mild. It looks a bit like chocolate. You cut it up or crumble it into hot water and stir it to make a sauce. It's really easy and it's delicious. You can also get panko breadcrumbs for making cutlets yourself. Panko breadcrumbs are larger and more crispy than regular breadcrumbs, so you can put them on chicken or meat or tofu for a veggie option. You're supposed to deep fry them. I usually cook them in the oven to be healthier, although that's not as authentic. And I like to add some vegetables to the sauce. Things like potatoes, carrots, onions, sweet potato are really good. Really, you can customize it with anything you like, or add loads of toppings like you would at Coco Curry. If I don't have time to make my own cutlets, sometimes I use corn dinosaurs, which are fake chicken, also not authentic at all, but they taste good and they do look very cute on your plate. Or these strong roots pumpkin and spinach burgers are really good as well. There are other brands of Japanese curry roux as well, apart from Golden Curry, so tell me in the comments which ones you like. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too much history for you. It is nice to know that England played a tiny part in taking curry to Japan and creating delicious katsu curry. And I'll see you not next week, but the week after on Thursday. Bye bye.